Good morning, everybody. My name is Leandro Tristan Kaban, and today we're going to talk about the branding anthem for personal branding. What is a personal branding? Personal branding is a branding topic where the market object is a person's career as the brand, where we will create, maintain, and develop an individual into becoming a brand to sell for the mass audience, controlling the narrative on how we want to people to recognize us and view us, with the motto of standing out over the competition. To build a brand, you need elements such as authenticity. Uh, we know who we are, what we value, and who and what will our brand and energy be focused on. Number two, point of view. Having perspective that is different and out of pocket, making engaging opinion that are strong and unique that will pull people wanting to engage with us. Show up consistently. One thing that makes people keep on searching for you is consistency by us being there and being available occasionally to the mass audience. Storytelling, a background story that can create an emotional connection with everybody makes people can feel more relatable, knowing that you also have shared the same faith, struggle, and pain. It gives people power and sense of encouragement because it makes people feel that they are not alone in this world. They are not alone handling this problem. They have you that also share the same thing with them. It will earn the trust in the process. And then expertise. People will follow you to the end if you're the best at your field because it makes people feel that supporting you to the end is not a waste of time and it was worth it as your expertise is recognized around the world, making people who question this expertise of yours being able to support the claim that you are the expert of this expertise. Your network, it's never about me or you, it's about us, it's about we. It's about creating connections because you can be big and known without the approval of others on building your brand, creating strong relationships that will put you into a win-win situation, giving you the best situation possible. There are types of people, or should we call personas on personal branding. So from these six, you can choose which one are you. The first one is the altruist, then the careerist, the boomerang, the connector, the selective, and the last one, the hipster. Now we're going to talk about the strategy on personal branding because to create our brand during the start, we need to have strategy. We need to plan our move to build our personal branding. The first one is to identify your levels of visibility. Knowing your worth in the industry can help you to keep your heads up and also down at the same time. The five levels there are can help you to climb the food chain of personal branding with more preparation. And it also lets you to know your target for your next move so you can make plan based on this target of yours. As you can see here, these are the charts for the five level of visibility. The second one is to identify, learn, and select your tools. These tools below are the things that will help you on developing your product so that you can come out to the mainstream surface for people to know you. The last one is to develop our skill. Skills such as writing, public speaking, blogging, CEO, or we can call search engine optimization. And the last one, email marketing. These are the skills that you need to develop for you to able to talk to the audience, to engage with the audience, and to get to know with the audience so you can build relation and connection with them. Now I'm going to give you example of a good and bad branding between Donald Sterling and the late Kobe Bryant. On the left side, this is Donald Sterling. He is a disgraced NBA owner who destroyed his reputation as a fair CEO by making racist remarks during his talk with his girlfriend. So the story starts with when he was talking with his girlfriend. His girlfriend is recording the talk, and during the talk, he says to his girlfriend that he didn't like when she brought her friends who is colored, such as black and Asia, etc. And he didn't want her to bring them to the his NBA team games, the Los Angeles Clippers. Because of this, he got banned by the NBA. The commissioner gave him a lifetime ban from the NBA, and since that time, we haven't heard of him since, as he already also was forced to sell his NBA team. And the next one, the right, is Kobe Bryant, the late Kobe Bryant. He is also known as the Black Mamba, and he is a retired NBA player. And during his playtime, he is well known by everybody, uh, from the name Black Mamba, and also from his play during the time where he won MVP and many championship. And even after his retirement, he is still building and developing his brand by winning Oscar, teaching and giving back to the community, and also building his own basketball team in the Black Mamba Academy with his late daughter, also Gigi Bryan. He also still building his shoe brand, the Kobe, and it's still worn till this day. And even after his death, his personal brand, his legacy is still intact, as people still always remember him, not just by his material from his shoes, jersey. It's more than basketball. It's above basketball. It's above life. Uh, where even when saying his name, because of his during his play day, where he always play unorthodox, where he takes crazy shot. He takes shot where normal people wouldn't take it, but he still took it and still make it. Hence why people till this day still always like to say Kobe when they shoot the ball, or uh, maybe during, and also during their everyday life when they try to do something difficult, but they believe that they can do the impossible. They say this Kobe word as some kind of mantra or some kind of magic word to make them believe that they can make it, to shoot their shot. That's what he has left behind, and his legacy, his personal identity, his personal brand will always be remembered even till now. LeBron James is arguably the best as NBA player of all time besides Michael Jordan. And he is besides Michael Jordan because both of them not only become famous and legendary on the court but also off the court. For LeBron James, his core messages is he is synonymous with the word King James. This king identity he has deemed it since he was chosen as the chosen one for the Sports Illustrated cover magazine. But he also have the other acronym, which is just a kid from Akron. It was his tagline, where King James tells the story of NBA royalty, of where he considered himself the king above all NBA players. Just a kid from Akron is the story of how he come from the slum of Akron to the brightest stage in the NBA world, of the struggle of how he manages to get out from his condition of poverty and going from house to house just to sleep, to now he become an icon, not just in the basketball world but also the whole wide world. LeBron James is a genius off the court. He is a genius in his investment and building of business venture and his personal identity. From successful investments such as Liverpool, Beats by Dre, and many more, to creating his own TV production company. He's also a genius in making presence His presence known at the digital world with his social media engagement and podcasts in uninterrupted where he with his fellow athlete talks about social issue. He also uses his platform to create and build communities and to voice out his opinion on social issue. With this, he creates his personal brand strongly, making his presence known not only in the basketball court but also outside of basketball. There are three notable timelines of how LeBron become he is today. The journey of him becoming an icon. The first one is the chosen one, which is on the far left of the GIF. During this time, he is becoming the chosen one by the sports media, by everybody, because of his great play at only 17 years old. So at the time, he was just a boy in a men's league. He's playing against older people, but even during this time, because of his genius off the court, also, he built his brand slowly by making connection with sports media, with small time reporter, so that in the long run, they will not only help him to maintain his narrative, his image, he also helped them to build their reputation as a reporter also by uh, making headline of him exclusively. And the second one is the decision, which is on the middle. This is one of his bad uh, branding strategy actually, because of his departure from Cleveland to Miami. He became the most hated person, the most hated basketball player of all time during that time. Um, this is considered one of his baddest moves. But during this time also, he creates the narrative of him being a villain, but he is the best villain there is. He created scenario where people hates him, but also people cannot stop looking at him. So bad publicity is also good publicity because at this time people still talks about him, and even more because of this decision. And the last one is the redemption. This is the storyline of where the hero came back from his journey to his hometown, and he win his town a championship. During this time, he came back from Miami to Cleveland, his hometown team. And during this time, he played and he fulfilled his promise of bringing a championship home after 50 years of no title for the city. And even during this play, during his play here, he also uh, played the most that can be considered the best basketball finals of all time, where he do the impossible and came back from the 3-1 deficit during the Warriors. This action of his redeemed himself from the decision. And also, when he left the team to Los Angeles Lakers again on his last year there, people is not mad at him. Instead, they are thankful of him because of his time there for winning them a championship. So, in conclusion, he is an expert in personal branding, using his platform to branch out to other industries, control the narrative and how the media or people will perceive him, and also creating strong personal identity that make him who he is today. One of the best and one of the most greatest and most genius personal branding person out there.